Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another live stream and daily Chelsea news and transfer update. Big news this afternoon. Armando Broja is close to a £30 million move to Everton. News breaking in the last half hour or so. Armando Broja closing in on a £30 million move to Everton. We've got the latest on Nicholas Jackson, who has, according to the Senegal national team, picked up a serious ankle injury in a game last night. So we're going to dive into all that. Chelsea are apparently progressing on a deal for Michael Olise. That looks like it could potentially be getting a little bit closer. The Pedro Lima deal that we talked about last night has now taken another step closer as well, guys. So there's plenty to dive into today. Plenty, as always, to dive into. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat. Hope we get Michael Olise in at Chelsea. And do you think Jackson? I've got no idea whether Jackson's going to be ready for preseason or not, because there's not been any detailed update given. I mean, 30 million is, as far as I'm concerned, is far more than Broja's valued at. Yet Jackson has picked up an ankle injury. He's picked up an ankle injury, Jackson. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm surprised that a £30 million deal for Broja is some teams are prepared to pay that, but it looks like that could well be the case. National team should handle player salaries. Well, not really, no, because the clubs is where they. I mean, players don't get paid that much to play for the national team, and generally speaking, match fees go to charity normally. I don't know where they got the money from. No idea. I don't care where the money's come from. If they've got the money and the deal goes through, then I am more than happy with that. More than happy with that if they've got the money and the deal goes through. We can't say the board. No, this is one thing we can't deny, is that we are absolutely very, like, even prior to Bowley and Clearlake coming in, player sales has always been something that Chelsea have excelled at. I don't know why, but we always seem to be very good at getting player sales, very good at, getting the maximum amount of money for players. That's something the club have always been good at. Always been good at, people. Where's Everton getting £30 million from? No idea. I mean, they're in the midst of a takeover at the moment. It was going to be 777, but I think that's fallen through. So let's wait and see. I'll go bold if Broja news is true. It's BS. No, it's not BS. So I'm going to bring it up now. Yes, afternoon. Yeah, it appears not. It appears not. Again, we're going to dive into the Jackson stuff. Yes, big up. What else? Jackson hasn't torn his ACL. That's not the case at all. It's confirmed as a ankle sprain. Nothing to do with his knee. Do country FAO compensate clubs? I've got absolutely no idea on that front. But let's dive into the main news then, guys. Anyway, with this Armando Broja stuff. But before we do that, people, over 100 in the building already. Smash the like button. Let's get these likes up and subscribe to the channel if you are new round here. 15 subscribers from 9.9k. 13 subscribers even from 9.9k. That should be light work today. Let's knock off these 13 subscribers, get to the 9.9k, smash up the like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's take another step closer to 10k. And remember, there's a shirt giveaway at 10k. So make sure you're subscribed to be in with a chance of winning. But yeah, guys, help me out on the road to 10k. We're getting ever closer now. But let's dive into this main news then. And that is on Armando Broja. So, from Ben Jacobs, an exclusive from him, stating that Everton are pushing to sign Armando Broja. Club in daily contact with Chelsea with a £30 million package discussed. So that'll be 30 million all in add-ons, etc., and all that business. I don't know how much it would be up front, maybe closer to 20 or just over 20. They're hoping for a quick breakthrough. That's kind of, that news is sort of appeared out of nowhere. It could have appeared out of nowhere. So, it has appeared out of nowhere. I mean, we didn't really think that too much was going on with Broja. We knew there was interest in terms of, the likes of Monaco, Bologna, Wolves have shown an interest as well. But yeah, I mean, this for me personally, I'd be taking this deal all day long. I mean, it's quite remarkable that people are even prepared to pay that. It would be excellent business, given how the last 2 seasons have gone for Broja, given how poor his loan at Fulham was as well. I think there probably is a player in there, but it absolutely isn't going to happen at Chelsea. And this is great money. This is great money. This is not going to happen on Broja. It's just not going to happen for him at Chelsea. And there probably is a player in there, and maybe a move to Everton is something that will suit him. Maybe that suits him. But what I would say is I do wonder to a degree where this money from Everton is potentially coming from, because Everton and quick breakthrough seems a bit strange. They're right now, who's paying, because they're trying to get new owners, and they're on the profit and sustainability watch list, as potentially being in trouble. So I'm not really sure how Everton are hoping for a quick breakthrough given those circumstances. But I don't know. But what I absolutely do know is that £30 million all in for Broja, given how he's been over the last couple of seasons, is an absolute steal. An absolute steal in my mind. It's big up, brother. Take the Broja deal every day of the week. Absolutely. Yeah, keep smashing the lights, people. I'd like to see David Bachafana given a chance next season. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure people would love to see that, but the reality is, guys, that isn't really going to be happening if we're being honest with ourselves here. He'll go on another loan. He's just not going to get an opportunity, and he was bought in as on a cheap, and he, in my view, was always going to be one that was going to be flipped on for a profit. He's not. That's the reality. Ziyech is gone now. He's moved to Galatasaray. Has turned permanent, so Ziyech will be obviously off the books. Kepa will be off the books this summer. Since we're going to play like 5 different competitions, like Club World Cup, Conference League, Carabao Cup, we need a striker because Jackson injury. We need a striker anyway, regardless of that. What else is going on? My lord, if Bowley and Co can sell Lukaku and Broja for 70 million by Alvarez, I excuse them for everything. I mean, to be fair, like 30 million, yeah, if we can get the 30 million total package, then that's, I mean, it's incredible, really, all things considered. And if we were to get the 38 million pound exit clause for Lukaku as well, looking at 68 million quid for Broja and Lukaku, which, all things considered, with the situation surrounding both players, that's not half bad in terms of damage limitation. What else are we going to? Hi, mate. Nah, all good, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Yeah, but he's going to go this summer. He'll be off the books this summer. He's not going to be hanging around at the football club. No chance. Yeah, he will be. And this is the reality of the model, guys, that people need to realize, is that, not to get too, and I've been guilty of this in the past myself, is not to get too wound up when young players are being signed, because the chances are, particularly like in the likes of Pedro Lima, when we get onto it, £7 million, and that he'll be flipped for a profit. That's just the reality. £7 million for Lima is not a first team signing. And this is where we need to differentiate and kind of realize what's going on here, is that these guys are not really first team signings. They're very much either the Strasbourg signings, and then they're going to be sold and flipped on for a profit. That's how the model works. The very best will play. The rest you get on the cheap. They're good enough to do well elsewhere, and you'll make a profit for them after developing them for a few years on loan within the multi-club model. That's why, again, we need to add another team. We need to add a team or two more to this multi-club model, because you can only have 3 loans to Strasbourg. Broja and Hall pays for Olise. Well, yeah, virtually. I mean, 30 million, you can get it for Broja. You get the 28 million for Hall, 58 million. Yeah, it's mad. with this, is 200 million in sales achievable? It depends who goes, and it depends on the fees we can negotiate. In theory, it's potentially doable. In theory, it could be doable. But then again, reality can often be very different. 38 million for Lukaku with just book value. Yep. Well, if Everton don't spend big money on players, so if Everton are committing 30 million pounds towards a player, then you've got to believe that, yeah, he absolutely will be starting. They've obviously got Beto that they bought in from Udinese. They've got Calvert-Lewin, a little bit of a past it Calvert-Lewin. So yeah, that's the reality on that one there. That's the reality on that one there. He would have to be a starter there. Everton aren't in a financial position to be splashing out that sort of money on people who aren't starters. So yeah, and also Broja himself is not gonna move to Everton if he knows that if he's not going to be starting. I mean, obviously, you're not going to expect to start every single game, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there'll be an expectation on his part that if this move does go through, then he will be getting significant minutes at the football club. Someone please take Malang Sarr. Yeah, I mean, the case of Malang Sarr is a madness, isn't it? It is an absolute madness what's going on there. It really is a strange one. If we get Alvarez, then Man City will definitely get Olise. I don't think it's as simple as that. I really don't think it's as simple as that at all. I really don't. There's no reason, in theory, why we can't get the pair of them. Yes. Big up to Jermaine. Smash up the likes, guys. Guys, we're 10 subscribers away from 9.9k. Let's get there. Over 200 in the building now. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Smash up those likes. And yeah, subscribe. 10 more subscribers to 9.9k. You lot know what to do. You lot know exactly what to do. We're edging ever closer. We're going to ramp it up. Broja will eventually fight Everton to the Championship. Yeah, maybe. And I mean, I don't know if this move is going to be wrapped up before the Euros or not. But, it's certainly looking like it could be. Yes, big up, brother. Thanks for daily news. Amanda Broken. Yeah, we're going to get onto the Olise stuff later. So the guy called David Lima, a right back from Sport Recife in the Brazilian second division. We're going to get into that later on, but that deal is getting close. Although apparently it's not a Chelsea signing, it's going to be a Strasbourg signing. Sell Kepa to someone. Yeah, absolutely. Olise feels like a luxury item. Yeah, no, he is a luxury item. But sometimes when you've got the opportunity to go luxury, you take it because you don't know when you're going to get those opportunities again. That's the reality. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of surprising news on the Broja front. I wasn't really expecting that to happen. It's another one that's kind of appeared out of nowhere. That's the reality. That is the reality here. We look at Broja not been good enough, but 30 million pounds. I don't know if anyone else is gonna pay 30 million pounds for him, but Everton. I think Everton would be a decent move for him. In all fairness, it is a big club. Yes, it's a club that at the moment is struggling, but it's going into the new stadium in a couple of seasons' time, and there's definitely potential there. It's a banging deal. He's hardly played any football. If we can pull this off, it's remarkable, guys. It really is remarkable if we can pull this off. What's the complication in Olise's release clause? I don't know. The release clause has never been made public on Olise. I'm not really sure what the complications are on that front. I really don't know. Nobody should be against Olise to Chelsea. Yeah, no, look, you can have reservations, sure, but I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really make sense, and we're very well stocked in those areas. But when you get those opportunities to sign players of that quality, you do it, and then you work the rest out afterwards. That's how I see it. But Kimmich is a midfield player, not a right back. I know he's played at right back, but you don't want to sign a midfield player just to play right back. We don't need any right backs. If we sign one player, it's Olise for me. I mean, I'd be more inclined for a forward, to be perfectly honest. That would be what I'd be looking at personally. But look, if we could only sign one player, I certainly wouldn't be against Olise coming in. That's for sure. Big up, brother. Yes, appreciate it, bro. It'll be good for him and us, not so much Everton. Yeah, Michael Olise is not leaving a mid-table. Olise is going to come to Chelsea or Man United. To be honest, I can't see him going to United. I know that there could be a chance, but United, whether people want to hear it or not, they're a couple of years behind us in terms of rebuilding, in terms of ownership situation, and all that kind of thing. They're almost at the start of their rebuild. What's the story around Kepa? Well, he's going to go. Obviously, he's going to come back to Chelsea, discuss with Maresca, but he's going to move on. That's the reality of the situation there. He will absolutely he'll be moving on. No doubt about it. He will be moving on. What else have we got going on here? Exclusive from Fabrizio. Thomas Tuchel is not planning to take the Man United job. He wants to take a break, not coaching any club this summer. Tuchel currently decided not to continue in talks with United after meeting in the recent weeks. United deciding on Ten Hag future soon. So Tuchel has basically pied off United. Fair play, my gaffer. But yeah, looks like Tuchel is not going to United after all that. Strange. I mean, I would have thought he would have taken that job. So there we go. They've obviously offered him the job. And he's not going to take it. Fair play. Fair play. United absolutely mudded. Because do you know what might happen here is I don't know how Ten Hag can stay, because he knows that they don't want him and they're looking for other people. And if they come back to him to stay, that's only going to be because we couldn't find any alternatives. Eric, do you fancy staying on, Eric? Like, I mean, come on. I mean, much as we like to banter Ten Hag and all that, let's be honest here. You can't continue like that. I do feel a bit sorry for him. You're in a job and actively that they're looking to find other people for your position, and they're not taking it. Great business, sell Broja for that money. I agree. Is Lavia fit to start next season? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, all the information is suggesting that Lavia is going to be ready and raring to go for the pre-season. Shouldn't be a problem at all on that front. I mean, don't rule it out. Don't rule it out. Ten Hag is going to stay at United and we're going to buy Michael Olise. Probably not, But if that helps you cope, then you can think that. But Ten Hag staying at United is better for everyone else. Tuchel taking a break for a year so we can take over Man City from Pep. Mate, you could ahead of the curve. You heard it here first. Who knows? Yeah, always good to see United mudded. Always good. Yeah, I would expect so. Yes, big up, bro. Big up. Appreciate it. Broja to Everton, 30 million completed is a better deal than Kai to Arsenal. I mean, they're both up there in their own reasonings, but yeah, to get potentially £30 million for Broja is a madness. Is an absolute madness. Morgan Rogers is a decent player. Literally only just went to Villa. Either not this January, just gone, the one before, I think. Or was it this January? No, I think he went this January, Morgan Rogers, to Villa. Hoyland had the second lowest conversion rate in the PL. Fair. But yeah, guys, that's the latest on Armando Broja, is that Everton are in daily dialogue with Chelsea, and it looks like a £30 million package is being closed in on. Is being closed in on, and that's going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting. But I as I said, people, I just worry where are these finances coming from for Broja? Where are Everton getting £30 million from? Because they're not the sort of team that's just got that sort of money knocking about. We know this. They don't have that sort of money knocking about. No, I don't believe so at all. I mean, his credibility is very good. No denying that, and he gets a lot of stuff right. So, just because other people haven't picked it up yet doesn't mean that it's not true. People could be waiting for, and again, this is just his information at the end of the day. But he won't put stuff out unless he's triple checked it or whatever. So yeah, I've got no reason to think why this wouldn't be true or there's something in this. Did we inquire? No, we didn't inquire about Jack Grealish availability. Yes, big up, brother. What do you think our chances are on getting Olise and Alvarez? Lovely, good to hear, mate. Pleased to hear that's worked out for you. Chances of getting Olise and Alvarez, I'd almost say 0. Chances of getting Olise I'd say are quite high. I think chances of getting both of them are slim to none, in my opinion. But I'd love to be wrong. But I'm just basing that on my thoughts and how difficult it's going to be to get Alvarez out of City. So for me personally, I think I don't think the chances of us getting both are particularly high. I think we've got a very decent chance of getting Michael Olise though. I remember when Olise scored against Chelsea, some of your fans showed him their middle finger, and he also rejected you guys last year. Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But we've already beaten you to the signing of Adebayo. You lot tried to hijack the hijackers last minute, but he saw sense. If we sell Broja for 30 million, that would be daylight robbery. I tend to agree, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, look, the 30 million thing is total package being discussed. So I would imagine that the upfront fee is probably closer. It will be more towards the 20 million mark. Yeah, it'll be more towards the 20 million mark. The upfront fee, I'd say, might be some kind of loan with obligation. I don't know. I suspect this would be permanent. The only way Chelsea, I think, would sanction a loan is obviously with an obligation that has got such low performance-based criteria to activate it that it's basically a permanent deal anyway. You could maybe see something like that. What else have we got here? Olise and Nkunku on the wings would be a duo for the century. Yeah, I mean, it would be fantastic, wouldn't it? It would be great. It would be absolutely great. No denying that. When we signed Gusto, United tried to hijack the deal as well. I don't remember that, but wouldn't rule it out. Please get a proper centre forward. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Latest news on a new striker situation. We're going to dive into that. There's not an awful lot of updates surrounding the striker situation at the moment. But yeah, guys, almost 300 in the building. Big up to everyone that's locked in this afternoon. Keep smashing those likes. We're over 100. Let's get this up to 200. And people, have we hit 9.9k yet? Let me have a quick look. Have we hit the 9.9k? We're 3 away. So keep smashing that subscribe button as well, guys. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Smash the subscribe button, smash the likes up. And yeah, let's crack on with the show. Yeah, if we can get this, it's wonderful news. Absolutely wonderful news. So let's wait and see what happened. It'll be impressive business. I myself, as I'm sure many others thought, I feared that the Fulham loan move, which was a complete disaster, would have really dented his stocks, dented his value. But any deal, even a deal, this deal probably is one that rises, I would imagine, to 30 million with add-ons. That's some going. That is absolutely some going. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it at all. It's a good price. Everton will suit him, I think. I think it's a good move all round. Let's hope he has a good Euros. And then, yeah, we move from there. But 30 million for Broja, even if it's with add-ons included, is quite something in daily contact with Chelsea. So I think this is something that looks like it could well be heading towards a conclusion at some point soon. We could even get this done before the Euros. Let's hope so. But there's competition for Broja's signature, so I would imagine that he might want to get this done before the Euros. This could be a possibility. Absolutely, could be a possibility. Yeah, it's a possibility. I mean, to be honest, the third place is up for grabs. You don't know what Liverpool are going to be like under Slot. You don't know how Villa are going to deal with the Champions League. Don't know what Spurs are going to be like. Spurs, United, all that sort of all those teams, all much of a likeness. That third spot is bang up for grabs. Artem Dovbik's the answer. Let's wait and see. I don't think we're going to go for him at all. And Kuku's an excellent false nine for Maresca. Does the link up with the eights and can score a goal. Bro, we need a new striker. We need to, because you're one injury away from only having one option. You can't. We can't continue like that. We absolutely can't continue like that. We don't need a centre forward when we're having Kunku. Well, that's to be worked out in another year's time. But to say that we don't need a centre forward, I just can't get on board with that. We absolutely do need a centre forward. We're desperate for a centre forward, in my view. Broja 30, Martin 35, Chandler 35, also Lewis all. Yeah, I mean, this is providing we can get that. We're not going to get 60 million for Conor Gallagher. I'm pretty certain that's not going to happen. Douglas Luiz is a good player, but again, it's someone that we don't really need. We don't need any midfielders, really. We don't need midfield players. We're overrun with midfield players at the moment. Broja scored 8 goals for Saints. I think he'll score 10 for Everton. Yeah, look, it would be a good move for him if it goes through. Genuinely think top 4 will happen next season. Spurs are shite anyway, and Villa will drop off from. I mean, look, under Poch, I would have said we'd have a decent chance, just because it's a year under the manager. They know him. This is a big step into the unknown. But again, there's no denying that the top 4 is very much on, very, very much on. There's no. There's no denying it. The top 4 is on. Yeah, Jackson's injured. We're going to get into that. We do need a main forward. There's no denying it. We need a main forward. So let's have a look. Let's move away from the Broja news then. So Broja and Everton, £30 million package. Clubs are in daily discussion. That's going to be interesting. But let's move on to the Michael Olise news, because everyone loves talking about Michael Olise. So let's get into it. Academy Scoop, who have actually been across this pretty well, to be in fairness to him. Michael Olise's dream is a move to Man United as a boyhood fan of the club, though a move to Chelsea is also of great appeal. The Frenchman appreciates Chelsea's eagerness to progress in negotiations, supported by the memory of their approach last summer. So look, there's no denying, if he's a boyhood United fan, his dream would obviously be to go and play for his boyhood club. That's nothing new here. So, people need to understand that just because someone's supports another team doesn't mean that they wouldn't be open to coming to Chelsea in this example here. I'd say that right now, despite the fact that the Chelsea project doesn't feel like it's really got up and running, we are a lot further along the line than Man United are in their process. We are a lot further along the line than Man United are. So let's wait and see on that front. But yeah, the Olise stuff. I mean, Felix Johnson, who sometimes is quite good on stuff, to be honest. He said he's been told that Chelsea are progressing on Olise, and he prefers a move to Chelsea over United. And Chelsea are in talks with Olise's agent. So, I mean, a couple of conflicting views there, but ultimately, I think what we need to realise here is that Cole Palmer was a boyhood Man United fan. This idea that players have to support the team they play for is just rubbish in my view. Like, if they're happy to come, then that's good enough for me. I don't care what team you support. Other than the guys that come through the academy at Chelsea, and even then, it's not everyone. Very few players that play for their clubs are actually fans of said club that they play for. I know that seems like some sort of groundbreaking revelation for some people, but that is, a lot of players don't support the team they play for. That's the reality. That is the reality. United fan, yeah. I mean, Rice is a Chelsea fan, like we know. There's a lot of players that play for clubs that they aren't fans of. After selling the hotels, our loss for last season was around it. Does that mean if we sell Hall? To be honest, bro, I don't know how. I don't know how it all works. The finances. I really don't know. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, What do you think first bid will be for Olise? Well, it's release clause, isn't it? So I think you're just going to go for the release clause and activate it and get it done. What else is coming in here? Yep, Tuchel has rejected the United job. Yeah, agreed. If it was early 2000s, it's an absolute no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. There's no denying that whatsoever, guys. No denying that at all. I mean, look, I don't know who's going to go to United. I don't know who's going to go there. But yeah, you know, I don't care. I couldn't give a fuck who's going to go there. So that's all that matters to me. I'm not too bothered. What else have we got going on here? Yes, big up to everyone that's subscribed. There's final 100 subscribers now to the big 10K, guys. So, yeah, make sure you keep subscribing to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. 300 people, 302 in the building. Big up to everyone. Run up the likes and keep subscribing to the channel as well. Every new subscriber helps. Become part of the journey. Become part of the community. And being with a chance of winning a shirt of your choice, Chelsea, for the upcoming season when we reach 10K, guys. So please hit the subscribe button and keep running those likes up. 310 in the building, 128 likes. This needs to be on 200 likes ASAP. So let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. If his second choice is Chelsea, no, bro, no, absolutely not. You know, I don't care if Chelsea's his second choice. If he's happy to come, that's fine by me. Yes. Big up to the football god. If I was Olise, I'd look at the projects, what's more promising and what's better for his career. Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's obviously slightly biased, but I would say that Chelsea's one is more appealing. I just think we're a couple years further down the line than Man United are right now. Yes, big up, bro. I believe Chelsea will slightly above the release clause to ward off any competitors. Yeah, maybe. As long as Olise doesn't get injured like last season, we're cooking. Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantees that players won't get injured, but let's hope so. Brother, 10K, hopefully by this time next week. There's less than 100 to go now. So, yeah, that should be knocked off this week, hopefully. Yes, big up, bro. He is injured, yep. So, yeah, that's where we stand with Olise right now. According to Academy Scoop, his dream is a move to Man United. His dream move is Man United. But Chelsea is also of great appeal. So, let's see what we can do on that front, guys. Let's see what we can do on that front. I think, you know, we absolutely stand a chance. That's clear right here. That's clear right here. We absolutely stand a chance. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what does happen on that. But we absolutely stand a chance on that deal. And it's going to be down to how convincing can we be? How good can we make this project look at the end of the day? That's what we're doing here. How attractive can we make the project look? You know, what can we convince him about playing with Maresca? You know, we're gonna have to sort of pull the stops out here. But it would be if Olise did end up picking if Olise did end up picking Chelsea over United, guys, it would be massive for us. It would be massive. Look, we've criticised the sporting directors a lot here, and rightfully so. But to their credit, guys, they have got some ability in selling the project to potential signings. They really do. They've got some ability in that. You know, Olise is a United fan, and if he did come this summer, he'd also be passing up on better European football as well, you know. So if Olise were to choose us over United, that's huge, really, really huge. There's no denying it. And it goes to show that the strength of the Chelsea project is massive, even though it's not really got anywhere over the line right now, you know, even though it's not really got up and running. But the thought of having Palmer, Jackson, Nkunku, Olise, Mudryk, Sesko, Madueke, you know, if those sort of things were to happen, then, you know, you're looking at some squad. But yeah, I think it's. I don't want to say it's on, but I think it's very possible. It is very possible, and you know, I think we could get some big news on this next week. Hopefully, I mean, I'm not basing that on anything other than just a pure hunch right now. Just basing it on a pure hunch that we could get something next week. I wonder if we're going to get anything before the Euros. That's going to be my views on it. Will we get anything before the Euros on Olise? Although it doesn't really matter because he's not going to the Euros. But I think realistically, like, we want to get this wrapped up as quickly as possible if we are going to get it wrapped up, because Olise has been picked by Henry for the Olympic squad for France. If we can get this deal done quickly, maybe we can block him from going. So, let's see on that front, because obviously, if we do get Olise, you want him there for the pre-season. As much as it's a home Olympics and it's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and he has been called up, if we can get a deal done quickly for him, or, reasonably quickly, then, there's a chance that we can obviously block him from going. And that would be nice. That would be nice, in all fairness. We do need to do that, because if he does come, then we want him there for the pre-season. We want him available from day one. We don't want a situation where he's not available from day one, and it's going to be a disjoint. He's going to miss the whole pre-season. He's going to miss the first few games of the season, having a break after the Olympics, and it's just not a good start. It's just not a good start. But again, that doesn't mean anything. Just because he follows the team that he supports is no big deal. I fancy I fancy our chances of getting him. I'd say that I'd fancy us slightly more than United, maybe a 55-45. I think United do have a chance, but I think with the groundwork we put in last summer as well, the Joe Shields factor, the fact his brother's at the club, it's London, he doesn't need to move anywhere. These are all things that I think could really help us out. Olise will not come to us if he has any idea that we will block him from the Olympics. Well, I'm not saying we are going to block him from the Olympics, by the way, if he comes. I was just pointing that out. This news about Olise remains the same since last week. We should only trust Fabrizio and Ornstein. Look, at the end of the day, they're obviously the two goats, and when they say something, it's absolutely going to be the case. But look, it doesn't mean that other people aren't credible and other people, don't have information about deals. Let's wait and see. But at the end of the day, guys, if you've got an opportunity to play with Enzo Fernandez, Palmer, Nkunku, Caicedo, Reece James, or you're looking at playing with Anthony, Højlund, Rashford, Dalot, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's an absolute no-brainer in my view. It's a no-brainer. So let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see on that front. Chelsea apparently progressing in the Olise deal, but let's see what developments come in. Let's see what developments come in over the next week or so. Before the Euros kicks off on Friday night. Let's see if anything progresses before then. Thing is, though, in football and stuff, you just never know. You just never know in football. One moment the deal's not really much. It doesn't seem like as much noise around the deal, and then the next moment it's just like bang, and a deal's almost done. So let's see on that front. Guys. 356 in the building, 148 likes. Let's get it up to 200 likes, guys, and we're 7 subscribers away from 9.91. So smash the subscribe button as well, guys, and keep smashing that like button. This is 360, only 150 likes. The conversion's not good, people. We need to sign Olise to get that conversion rate up. So yeah, guys, run the likes up. Run those likes up. Let's get it to 200. But that's the latest on the Michael Olise stuff, guys. The thing is, Olise needs to trigger the release clause by himself. It's not the buyer's club, so you need to ask Palace for permission. Otherwise, they'll pull you tapped up the player card. I don't know what the situation around the release clause is. It's believed to be around £60 million, but it is kind of complicated. So I don't really know what the situation is on that front with it. So let's see what happens. Again, Olise is definitely open to the move. Chelsea, I think, will like the fact that he can play centrally, can play wide. But other than that, there's not really too much more to not too much more to add to it right now. There's not too much more to add to it. So let's move on to news about current Chelsea players. Sesko, because I think he suits how we play more. He's going to be cheaper than Solanke. And yeah, I just think he fits in much better than what we're doing. And let's be real, Solanke is a good player, but last season was really his kind of first good season, or first kind of major season. United wants 40 million for Sancho. I mean, I think for any club that's looking at signing Jadon Sancho, that's a decent deal. 40 million fee to let him leave. I don't think it's set that he goes to Dortmund. By the way, I think other clubs will be looking at him. £40 million, by the way, is not a bad deal at all. Is not a bad deal at all. For whoever ends up getting him, because there's absolutely a player in there. No denying it. But anyway, let's move away from the Olise stuff. Chelsea seem seemingly progressing on a deal there, but not too much more to add other than that. We have got news on Nicholas Jackson, who, according to the official Senegal page, Nicholas Jackson injured his right ankle during the Senegal-Congo match on June 6th. MRI scans carried out on the 7th revealed a serious sprain of the ankle. He will therefore be unavailable for the Mauritania Senegal game on June 9th. So revealed a serious sprain of the ankle. Now, serious is obviously doesn't sound ideal. Serious doesn't sound ideal. I mean, I'm no physio, no doctor. I mean, serious ankle sprain. When does pre-season start? We're probably looking at, I don't know. Well, the tour they probably jet off of the tour towards mid to end of July. They jet off towards the tour. So let's see. I mean, it's not great if we're being honest. But I don't have any doubt. I don't have any sort of immediate worries in my mind that he's not going to be fit for the start of the season. I mean, a serious ankle sprain. Maybe you could be looking at 6 to 8 weeks on a serious ankle sprain. I mean, I don't really know. That would just be purely speculating on my view. I think it's safe to say that it's not going to be less than 4 weeks. Let's put it that way. But I mean, we're going to have to wait for more information on this, unfortunately, because right now there's no time frame or time scale, should I say, on any of that. There's no time scale at all. Maybe again, it doesn't give any mention of swelling or anything like that. I think you have to wait for the swelling to go down anyway to have a scan so that it can actually pick stuff up. But yeah, it's not ideal. It's not what you want. But ultimately, as long as he's fit for the start of pre-season, that for me is the most important thing. As long as he's fit for the start of pre-season, that's all that matters. We don't want to have a situation where Jackson, this ankle injuries, rules him out for a bit of time, and we're scrambling, around pre-season and all that. That's not what we're looking for here. Absolutely not what we're looking for. Yep, Sancho was a Chelsea fan as a kid, and Chelsea have kind of been linked with Jadon Sancho in the past. But it would be interesting, by the way, just as a thought, it would be interesting if Olise did end up choosing United. I wonder if Chelsea would have any interest in Jadon Sancho whatsoever. It probably not, and it's probably an absolutely wild shout. So let's wait and see. But ultimately, it could be unpopular. But Sancho is a left winger. He come from the Man City academy. I'm sure he probably knows Joe Shields from there. £40 million is a proven quantity, maybe not so much in the Premier League. I wouldn't be dead against it. Look, this for me is not Sancho instead of Olise. This is me saying that if Olise were to go to Man United and not choose us, we could do a lot worse than potentially picking up Sancho for £40 million. You know, you really could. I don't see that as a bad piece of business at all. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I would be you know, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting, that one. Well, I don't know, but I think that's a very good. I think Sancho's a top player, by the way, top player. It's not quite worked out for him at United, but you know he's a proven quantity in terms of many things, and I like him. If Chelsea signed Sancho, Man United would use the money to buy a better player in Olise. Well, no, I think Chelsea would obviously if Sancho ends up going. So if Olise ends up choosing United over us, like all I'm saying is we could do a lot worse than investigating a move for Sancho at £40 million. I'm not saying, by the way, any of this is going to happen, but yeah, Sancho to Chelsea, Olise to Man United. I mean, let's never say never. I don't think he's average at all. I think he's a very good footballer. Yeah, Sterling's not going this summer. I'd be shocked if he did. I mean, I don't know where this comes from, because at Dortmund, they don't seem to have any issues whatsoever. So, yeah. Yeah, look, I think it's certainly an interesting point of view, for sure. But yeah, obviously on this Nicholas Jackson thing, not ideal in terms of the ankle sprain. That's not really what we're wanting here. But luckily, it's happened, you know, with plenty of time before. It's happened plenty of time before the pre-season. You know, so there should be enough time to recover. I mean, it would be terrible luck if this ankle injury, you know, ruled him out or meant that he, you know, wasn't fit for the start of pre-season. I mean, that would be really bad luck. You know, there's no doubt about it. That would be, yeah, it would be terrible luck if we're being totally honest here. It would be awful luck, guys. It would be awful luck. But yeah, let's wait and see. I mean, I'd rather have Alvarez, but Sesko is far more likely in my view. Far more likely. Yes, big up, bro. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, that's the latest on Nicholas Jackson. So yeah, Sancho is a left-sided player. You know, he can absolutely play left side. But again, we'd have to get rid of Raheem Sterling, and I think it's just very unlikely. Yes, big up for the super chat, bro. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the support. It's very kind of you, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So big yourself up, brother. Sancho earns 400k weekly. I don't know what his wages are, but they absolutely are high. There's no denying it. Yeah, it has gone a little bit quiet. I mean, just because there's not really no news isn't necessarily bad news. It just means that there's nothing to add on the Somerville stuff than what is already out there. That's all that means. You know. Let's see. What else is coming in the chat? Just watched Alex Goldberg, guest on his show, said Enzo Maresca only wants 6 to be ball playing, keeping possession. Do you think we're going to go to the market for a ball playing 6? No, I wouldn't have thought so. I wouldn't have thought we'd go to the market for a ball playing 6. No. Yes, big up, brother. Big up. Hopefully, it's making the run a little bit easier. What else we're looking at here? Great news. We're in for a striker for sure now. Well, look, we're in for a striker regardless anyway. Yes, big up, bro. Mate, I'll drop you a message and we'll get a little link up sorted again. It's been too long since you've come on, mate. So yeah, I'll drop you a message. But yeah, no, I appreciate you as always, bro. I appreciate you. What else we got going on here? I would take Sancho over Ukraine Bolt. Fair. I think Alvarez would be redundant considering Nkunku plays the same way but better. I don't agree with that, to be perfectly honest. I don't agree. I think Alvarez is a lot more of a polished 9 than Nkunku is. So let's wait and see. We should focus on the 9 first. Agreed. But yeah, that's the latest on Jackson, guys. Not ideal circumstances with the injury, but as long as he's fit for the preseason, let's wait and see. I think reasonably. Again, I just go off what I see on Twitter in terms of if pages that post reliable news are quoting said sources as good news, then I'll use it for sure. Just wonder if this is the right market to ship Chilwell. I don't really know how much of a market there is for Chilwell this summer. If I'm being real, I'm a bit unsure. I'm a bit unsure if there is much of a market for Chilwell. We know that Man City have expressed interest in the past, but that's when he was, at the top of his game, smashing it at wing back, winning Champions Leagues and all that shit. We're quite some way. We're quite some way right now from that player. We're quite some way right now from that player, but we're gonna see. We are gonna see, guys. But we're quite some way from that player. I don't think there's a market for Chilwell this summer. And to be honest, I think he'll have one more chance. But if Chilwell has another mixed campaign, another poor season, then I think he's gone next summer. Let's put it this way: next season, Chilwell's playing for his Chelsea career, as far as I'm concerned. He's absolutely playing for his Chelsea career, because if he doesn't really deliver under Maresca, we'll look to move him on. I'm convinced of that. I really am. This for me, I don't see him going this summer, because I don't see there being much of a market for him. But make no mistake about it, he is playing for his Chelsea career next season. Let's have a look. Lavia is young. Yeah, look, I think Lavia is going to be great. I think Lavia is going to be great for us. Do you agree with the notion that our incomings so far will affect the academy negatively? No, I don't think so. I'd like to think not. I mean, ultimately, there's not really any way of telling, if we're being perfectly honest, until we get a little bit further. Until we get a little bit further down the line. That's the reality. Obviously, it's not great for when you're in the academy and you're seeing the club spending 40, 50 million pounds on players of a similar age to you. But ultimately in the academy, if you're good enough, you'll play. That's the way that I see it. If you're good enough, you'll play in the team, and that's the way that it should always be. If you're good enough, you'll play. If you're not quite good enough, you won't play. I understand people being worried about the potential negative connotations that buying players the same age as academy players and spending tens of millions on them might have, but let's see. Let's have a look. But the academy situation at Chelsea is certainly a lot better than it has been in recent years. There's no doubt about it. Players actually get through and get a chance now, whereas before that would never have been the case. No, I think Reece James will be fine next season. That's what I'm hoping for. What else? The amount you spend, the youth have no chance with the age bracket. No, I don't agree. They've got no chance. Will Cassidy stay? I suspect that Cassidy will end up going on loan. In my opinion, go and have a full season on loan somewhere, playing regularly. Because he's had 2 half seasons on loan. So yeah, let's see. But that would be my view, is that he will go on loan. Is there factual information that Lavia will be good to play such a superior midfield role? I mean, look, you can't get factual information, because you have to wait and see. There is no factual information that will state, Lavia can definitely perform well. There is evidence to suggest that he can, and now it's down to him. But I've got no doubts that Romeo Lavia will be a top player for Chelsea. I've got no doubts in my mind. Where do you see our squad finishing? If we had Alvarez and Olise, I genuinely think 3rd place would be possible if we added those two. Gallagher does want to stay. That's not new news or anything. Gallagher's always maintained that he would like to stay at Chelsea. Academy players ain't worried about spending. They just want to go pro with Chelsea or anyone else. No, I think some players will definitely want to play in the first team. But being at Chelsea is a great academy to be at, given the track record Colin has in producing top pros. Musiala's class. He was doing well at Chelsea. He's doing great at Bayern. He was a Chelsea academy player, but he left when he was about 14 because his family wanted to move back to Germany. So there was nothing we could do about it. This is why it's annoying when people say, "Oh, we fumbled Musiala." We didn't. He was 14 years old and his family wanted to move back to Germany. He was hardly going to stay at the Chelsea academy on his own whilst his family went back to Germany. So, yeah. That was that. But let's move on to a couple of other bits then. We are, as quickly, whilst we're talking about academy and teenagers and whatnot, Chelsea this Esteval Willian deal, it's not been fully confirmed yet, but I believe it's all kind of done. But Chelsea are still waiting for the documents to be signed for Esteval Willian. But everything is agreed upon with the player and Palmeiras. He will be a future player for Chelsea in the summer of 2025. So I wonder what the hold-up is with getting a document signed. Surely that's pretty easy to get done. Just sign the documents and we're all good. You would expect that to be the case, wouldn't you? You would absolutely expect that to be the case, but maybe not. So yeah, Chelsea just like this Esteval Willian deal hasn't. Yeah, but I actually don't know. I think they are, but I think his wife's going to be going back. Like, obviously they've gone over to Brazil now, but I think the plan is that he's going to be there on his own. And then I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that his kids are definitely staying in the academy, but I think his wife's going back with them as well. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different on that front, but yeah, I get your point. But to be honest, I don't have enough insight or information on the ins and outs of the Musiala leaving the academy. I know that obviously his family wanted to go back to Germany at the time, and I presume they took him with them. I'm pretty sure that Chelsea did as much as they could to get him to stay, but some you win, some slip through the net, and some don't. Unfortunately, who would you take as a Chelsea striker, Alvarez or Sesko? I'd rather have Alvarez, but I think the reality is that Sesko is a far more realistic option. Yeah, Silva's sons are staying at Cobham, yeah, and I think his wife's going to be staying there as well, and he'll be in Brazil on his own or with whoever. But yeah, anyway, yes, big up, brother. Looking forward to seeing what Lavia can do with great players around him. Yeah, I agree. Some players are more mature on the ball than their age. If you watch football, you will. Yeah. Anyway, it's Enzo versus Caicedo tonight as well. By the way, it's Ecuador versus Argentina. So it'll be Paez and Caicedo up against Enzo Fernandez. Ecuador versus Argentina tonight. I think it's a World Cup qualifier. What is the value price of Broja? Well, I would have thought if we could have got 20-25 million for him. So this £30 million package deal, I think, is would be perfect for us. How far is the Olise deal? I don't know, to be honest. I don't think anything's close. I don't think we should expect any kind of decision anytime soon. But I don't think it's a million miles away. By the way, I don't think it's a million miles away. Yeah, really like him, but I think the reality is he's going to follow Thiago Motta to Juventus. So yeah, Calafiori, who's a really top talented young player, I think he's going to be one that is going to follow Thiago Motta from Bologna to Juventus. That's the reality, guys. Almost 400 in the building, by the way. Keep smashing those likes up. 374 in here. We're on 9,916 subs. Let's get this to 9,920. So smash that subscribe button. 4 more subscribers required for the next mini milestone. So make sure you are smashing the subscribe button and smash the thumbs up button. It would be ridiculous to say let's get to 10K tonight because I think 80 subscribers is a little bit much. Even though there's 368 in the building, 10K could be on. So let's push for that 10K. Smash up the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Ever closer to 10K, guys. So keep smashing that subscribe button. Help me get to the next big 10K milestone. And of course, guys, join the community, join the journey, become part of the channel. And yeah, guys, there's a shirt giveaway at 10K as well. So make sure you subscribe to be in it to win it. Chelsea want Sesko. I don't see it getting done before the Euros. No, absolutely not. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. But yeah, Esteval is done. We're just waiting for the documents to be signed. I mean, it's a bit of a hold up on that front. Not too sure why, but that is what's going on that front. And then obviously we had a little bit of news yesterday. Oh no, I've just fucked that. About Pedro Lima, we briefly covered that. Fabrizio Romano's added a bit more meat to the bones on this one. Chelsea prepared Pedro Lima deal with Strasbourg. Brazilian right back expected to join the French club from Sport Recife. Agreement on personal terms. Working on final details between clubs. To be sealed in the next days. It is a Strasbourg move with a view to a future at Chelsea. So this is not Chelsea signing the player. This is Strasbourg signing the player, and there's a view that he could have a future at Chelsea. So Chelsea are not signing this player. This is a Blue Co signing, and this will be a Blue Co signing for Strasbourg. So that is what's happening on that front. It is a Blue Co signing for Strasbourg, guys. That's where we're at on that one. Yeah, I think he's going to Juventus. Cambiasso. What is in Esteban Cambiasso, the former Inter Milan player? Is that what we're talking about here? Yeah, I think he'll be sold eventually. This will be someone that will be sold on for a profit. But yeah, this is not a Chelsea signing. So before anyone starts losing their mind, why are we signing another teenager and whatnot? This is a Blue Co signing, and he's going to go to Strasbourg. And if he does well, then there's a chance that in the future that Chelsea might look to buy him. But yeah, as I said on the stream yesterday, guys, I absolutely agree with this. There's no chance in my mind. There's no chance of a future at Chelsea. As Pice has just said, Gusto and Reece, you're not getting in. You simply aren't getting in. So this is one of them signings. 7 million quid, I think it is, goes to Strasbourg, and there's 100% a significant profit to be made somewhere down the line with that deal. So yeah, look, I mean, we can have a view to a future at Chelsea, but I think the reality on that is very, very different. No denying it whatsoever. The reality is totally different on that front. Reece James and Malo Gusto, we're set there, providing this ownership don't try and cash in on either of those guys. We're set at right back if we want for the next 8 to 10 years if we decide to do that. So yeah, this is a Blue Co signing. So yeah, we don't need to. Everyone can just relax. No one needs to lose their minds over this. It's a Strasbourg signing, and yeah, it looks like that's going to be wrapped up reasonably soon. To be fair, it looks like it's going to be wrapped up reasonably soon. But what else have we got going on? What else have we got going on? Let's have a quick look if there's anything else going on here. Obviously, we've done the Tuchel rejecting Man United. We've covered that. Eden Hazard is back at Stamford Bridge. That's for Soccer Aid tonight. Be great to see him playing football at Chelsea again. It's been a while, so that's fantastic to see. But yeah, what else is cracking here? Yeah, he was all right, wasn't he? Oh, Andrea Cambiasso plays left back too for Juventus. He could be a good addition. I'll be honest, bro. I don't watch a lot of Serie A. I've certainly not seen too much of this guy. Who knows? You never know in the future. Who do you think will get more games next season? Well, if Reece James stays fit, he'll get more games. But I think they'll both get equal opportunity for sure. They'll both get equal opportunity to show their stuff, because Chelsea are going to be cautious with James. There's so many games to play as well. So many games to play. So yeah, let's wait and see on that front. Yeah, Pochettino is also at Soccer Aid as well, so he's back at Stamford Bridge. But yeah, so that's the latest on that. Pedro Lima is going to be a Blue Co signing for Strasbourg. This is not a Chelsea signing, guys. Not a Chelsea signing. Anyone got any questions in the chat? Let me know. So yeah, let me know if you've got any questions in the chat, guys. And then I'll just have a quick look if there's any other stuff to go through. I'll have a quick look, and then we'll move on from there. Let's have a look. I think it starts. I think it's a 7 o'clock kickoff or something like that. Maybe a 7:30 kickoff. I'm not too sure. Motta's gonna he's gonna do well at Juventus. I feel. Who will be the starting centre halves? I suspect it'll probably be, for me personally, if everyone's fit, it's going to be Fofana. I'd say Fofana and Colwell, but I could be wrong on that. I think Adarabioyo could play a lot more than people expect him to play. That would be my thoughts on that. Goalkeeper search, not too much to add on that, to be perfectly honest. I mean, we've been linked with keepers, but then there's news that actually Sanchez is probably going to end up staying, so I don't see any keepers coming in. Maybe. He's certainly quick enough to get back. That's for sure. Certainly quick enough to get back on that front. No two ways about it, guys. No two ways about it. Let's see what else is knocking about in terms of news, and then we will look to round this one out. Let's have a look. There doesn't seem to be too much more knocking about, people. Any last things in the chat before I round this one out? Well, I don't think anything's finalised per se, but I'd be surprised if a goalkeeper comes in. I would be surprised if a keeper comes in now. I really would be. I just don't see it happening on that one. Well, Scalvini, I'm pretty sure, has picked up an ACL injury and is missing the Euro, so I don't see him going on the move anywhere now. I'm pretty sure Scalvini picked up an ACL injury. I could be wrong on that, but I'm almost certain he has, and he's going to miss the Euros. So, yeah, let's see on that front. That should be good. Yeah, Ben Jacobs saying that that could be getting close. So yeah, we're gonna see on that one. 30 million total package. Clubs are in daily contact apparently. So let's see if anything gets wrapped up before the Euros, guys. Yeah, no, he absolutely was, and a great price also. Chelsea have to find a way to use both Nkunku and Palmer in the new system. Both are too good to be on the bench. Yeah, look, let's see, guys. Let's see. That's an Enzo Maresca thing to sort out. But yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Scalvini misses the Euros. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I thought so. Olise will be the best buy for this window period. Yeah, quite possibly. Who do I think will be the next signing? I've absolutely no idea. I couldn't really even give that much of an educated guess. Maybe I'd say Sesko, just because it feels like that's kind of the one we're maybe closest to. But yeah, I don't really know. Fofana will be fit for pre-season, and then we go from there. Let's see how he gets through. Let's see how he gets through the pre-season tour. Let's see how he gets through the games there, how he reacts to the minutes. He's not played any football for a year. So yeah, but he should be fit for the start. No idea. It's not been confirmed. There's been no time frame. Nothing's been confirmed on that in regards to Nicholas Jackson. So we're just going to have to wait and see on that front. But I'd be surprised if he was ruled out. I'd be surprised if he was ruled out if he missed any preseason. But let's wait and see. I mean, I've got no idea, to be perfectly honest. I don't really know. I mean, I look at someone like Mudryk, who I think has got all the ability to be a world beater. If it doesn't happen at Chelsea, I could see him going on and doing really good bits for other teams. Olise joining us. Yeah, it'll be huge. It'll be massive. Is Douglas Luiz leaving Villa? There's rumours, potentially. There's definitely interest in him from some top clubs around Europe. So let's wait and see on that front. Yeah, last summer we inquired about Darwin Núñez. That we definitely did. I've not imagined that. We definitely inquired about Darwin Núñez last summer. So let's see on that front. Let's see on that front. But yeah, I don't think anything's going to come in. Alvarez would be good. Nah, Stephen, beat yourself up, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes, big up to Fidget06 for the donation. Greatly appreciate it, bro. Hopefully we can get a Olise deal done before the Euros. I mean, considering the Euros starts on Friday, that would be some going. But yeah, mate, hopefully we can. I hope we can as well. That would be brilliant. But I'm not solely convinced we will. Yep, there's definitely a huge chance on that front. Yes, big up, bro. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Yeah, that looks like I think I'm gonna round this one out here, guys. Doesn't appear to be any further news to go through. So big up to every single person that has locked in today. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure on the way out, guys, you smash up the like button. For me, Alvarez, but if Sesko comes, I'm not going to complain too much because I think Alvarez is a long shot. Guys, I'm going to round this one out here. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in this afternoon. Big numbers as always. On the way out, guys, make sure you smash the like button. And also, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button on the way out as well. We are edging ever closer to 10K. Okay, we're 75 subscribers away from 10K. So if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button on the way out, guys. Help me take another step closer. We'd greatly appreciate it. It's still 292 in the building. There's definitely a few that aren't subscribed. So smash the subscribe button on the way out. Shirt giveaway at 10K. Make sure you're subscribed to be in with a chance of winning. And yeah, run up the likes, subscribe. Thanks for the support as always, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time. Slightly late because I've got a few things to sort out. So 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow, I will be back. Yeah, love for the support, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Catch you lot 6 p.m. UK time. Smash the like, subscribe, up the Chelsea, and peace out, guys.